Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks with Simply Home, your Tennessee Realtor. I just wanted to come to you today to talk about insurance, homeowners insurance, whenever you go to purchase a home. So stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. So I wanted to talk to you about homeowners insurance and what you need to look for when getting quotes once we are under contract on the purchase of a home. If you had rented basically your whole life until you were buying, then you will want to get different quotes, which you want to do that anyway, from different companies. When you get quotes in, don't go for the cheapest because you need to look at apples to apples comparison, not apples to oranges, when you deal with homeowners insurance. They are going to ask you about bundling like your auto with homeowners and things like that. It'll give you different discounts with that. But for us, we don't shop around for whoever the cheapest is. Now, since we lost our home and everything we owned to a house fire in 2015, we were underinsured and we thought we had plenty of insurance. We had just went over everything with our insurance agent not too long. I mean, probably the year before that, and they were like, "No, you're fine." We basically, so how we explain it is we got paid for what was on maybe the main level of our home, but the upper level no, and the basement level, which had tools and everything else you can think of down there. But we lost over $175,000 and quit counting after that point in a total loss fire. So I don't want my clients to be underinsured, so always get quotes from different ones. Make sure that you're properly insured and not looking for the cheapest. A lot of people like to do that even on their auto, and that's something you shouldn't do either. Not saying that the highest is going to be a great way to go either, but like I said, apples to apples or oranges to oranges, they got to be the same. Where if you've got a homeowner's policy that insures you up to $180,000 versus a $200,000 over here, just depending on the different things, you need to print them off, look at them, go over it, or if you trust your agent, or look at what they're trying to send you in quotes. Some people love their agency and they just stick with that, but if not, I have great insurance agents that I can send you to just look at it for you, because that time that you're buying a home, sometimes when you need to get quotes and looking at buying your insurance to buy a certain home may need to come in under $1,500 a year. So you need to just look at what you can take off or add to keep you in the budget you need to be for buying that home you're under contract on. But I would never want to skimp on insurance no matter what. You never know if a tornado is going to come through, if lightning's going to hit you, or if your house is going to catch a fire. So we actually had all of those happen to our previous home, so over the years, and you just don't want to be underinsured at all. So on our current home, we think we are way overinsured, but when you go through what we did, you tend to go to the extreme on stuff too. With that being said, on homeowners insurance, if you have worked out to get in some if I have a listing, say I have a listing and my seller has worked it out to get an occupancy agreement after the sale of the home and they're not planning on moving out at closing, that seller becomes said renter. So at that time, the one that's buying that home becomes the landlord, and they have to make sure that their insurance is set up that way at closing, and the one that was the seller becomes renter's insurance at that time. Some people don't understand that, but when you get occupancy agreements, you become renters at some point. So if you're on the buy side and the seller has already vacated the property, and you've worked out, your agent has worked out, you get an early occupancy agreement, and you get to move in a week or two early. At that point, you become a renter, and you need to make sure you've got proper renter's insurance to cover all your contents. The seller at that point needs to make sure that they have let their insurance know that you were there, and to, change their insurance around too. Now, I'm not an insurance agent, so always, seek a professional in that industry. But I try to just, give you the good, the bad, and the ugly on things, and what ifs, or what if something happened. You just want to make sure that you're properly insured, because if you had a total loss, you want to be sure that you can either rebuild or be able to go and buy another home and not have a loss at all. So insurance is a big thing. Now, I know when you're under contract and all of your escrows and everything are figured into whatever your monthly payment's going to be, once you're under contract, you need to start shopping around for your insurance and get that whatever you have picked out over to that lender, because they need to go ahead and set all that up and then know what your payment will be. And usually it has to stay within whatever they have already allotted for you at that point, or they'll have to redo some things. So but homeowners insurance is a big thing. I have a lot of clients that say, well, this one quoted me the cheapest, and I'm like, have you really looked at the policy? And some of them say yes, some say no, and I'm like, really look at it and look and see what this one compares to this one on, and you might just tweak it a little bit. Some are just crazy different in prices and still cover you, but also look online and see the reviews and see how they have actually paid out, if there is claims and things like that. So kind of do your due diligence on all of that, because you want to make sure that you are going to be covered should you, something happen. So same thing with your auto insurance and stuff, and all of that. So at that point, if you wanted to change everything, or if you need to just look at your homeowners and keep your cars and stuff with a different company, all of that's totally up to you anyway. So I just try to guide you on making sure that you look at your policies and you trust in your insurance agent. And if you don't have one, then I have several that are great providers that can look at it for you, or if you're not here and you're buying in another state or somewhere else, then just ask your real estate agent if they have any referrals for you if you don't know of any. Renting and buying are two different things, so everything needs to be set up properly, and then it will start coverage on the day of closing too. So hopefully that helps y'all. I just wanted to go over a little bit of that today, because you just never know if something's going to happen, and you just want to be properly covered. So one other thing that I wanted to tell you about when you're getting quotes on your homeowner's insurance is you can always play with what your deductible is. If the lender's saying that you need to come in $20 less a month, then that's where you probably can play with your have your insurance agent or all of them quote you, instead of a $1,500 deductible, you might go with $2,500 and see if that gets you to where you need to be. Or we went with the higher deductible, you can go $5,000 deductible. That'll save you a great deal, but you need to make sure that you have those funds set aside where if you had something major happen and had to make a claim, that you have the money for that deductible. But that's one area that, you know, you can usually adjust your monthly price. Well, it's really done by year. So, but your yearly premium on homeowners insurance, that'll I think on ours, if we looked, because we've tried to look at different scenarios, and I think we keep ours at the $5,000 because it saves us a lot of money every year, and we don't want to have a claim unless there's something major. So if you look at how many years you've paid on a policy, and say you saved $500 a year, look at how many years the difference would be made up, and you know, just keep that money in your savings account. So if you can do that, then look at your higher deductibles, and that might save you there. So just a little bit about insurance and what we've been through. Hopefully this helps you today. So if you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.